What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel for another video. And today's video, I feel like this kind of series, vlogging in the car is possibly a little easier to answer. Just basically answer questions until we get the car situated. And I am looking for parts, so I'm basically looking just for a T56 and also a 5.0 motor. I don't know which one I'm going to go first or go pick up first, or I feel like I would have a better shot at finding a motor, of course, because they're easier to find. Finding a T56 in this general area, I posted last week about trying to find one, and basically it was like everybody was super far. I'm not going to travel. People are like commenting the links to American Muscle and stuff like that, and I'm not, if I want to pay like $4,000, I'm just going to go out and basically purchase a T56 Magnum, or I think Ben Calamer does stuff with T56 transmissions other than the MT82. I know he does MT82 stuff, so I figured he probably does T56 stuff as well. But I figured today's video, I basically just cover not even coyote swap. This is just a general suspension for basically all 79 to 04 Mustangs. What I found works, because I've been getting the question like, what rides best, or what is easiest for this swap, what should I use, what brand, what company, because you have so many out there. And I've been around the block with Ibach, H&R, Ford Racing, or they're probably Steeda, Lowering Springs. I've had multiple shocks and struts brands. I've had coilovers, tubular, front control arm, rear control arm. So basically what works the best, that honestly all depends on your goals. So if you're like building a drift car, I really couldn't help you. The best I could do is point you into the direction of Maximum Motorsports. From what I've heard, they're the best for that application. I don't drift Mustangs. I don't know really anything about drifting, but if you were to look for just maybe, I'd rather focus on, say, like a street, mostly like a street car, but an occasional track car. I've been to the track plenty of times, but I'm not going to say, I don't drag race really at all, so I can't really say, like, I don't have enough seat time to tell you what works and doesn't work, and I don't want to give you the wrong answer. So basically, what I believe is, you don't want to cheap out on suspension parts. I've been there, done that, because you're just going to end up buying the better suspension part later. So if we're starting off with a tubular setup, Maximum Motorsports, UPR, Team Z. I have Team Z. I've had Team Z suspension basically the entire life of the car. So that's the K member I have. It's a tubular K member, Team Z, and I believe you should basically. I did this before where I used UPR front control arms, tubular ones, to match up to the Team Z, and they were about slightly off, but they still fit. It's always best, like when you do exhaust, you want to buy, say if it's BBK or Ultimate headers, you want to buy the matching application X or H pipe. Catbacks, I don't think, I'm pretty sure that's just universal, but so you want to buy, like if you buy a UPR K member, you want to buy UPR front control arms, and you want to buy either, I would say, the Steeda or Team Z, or you could probably do UPR, but for power steering racks, definitely Steeda, I believe, is the best. What do you call it? Bump steer kit. So the bump steer kit for basically 94 to 04, or I think like even 79 to 04, just say that. The best I would use is probably just the Steeda or Team Z if you're matching it up with the K member setup. For coilovers, I went with the, I believe it's the Viking, or the Strange. It's either Viking or Strange with Coney shocks. There are other shock companies out there, strut, and shock companies, but I believe, in my opinion, the Coney are the best. Bilstein's pretty good too. The most comfortable ride, but at the same time, it's also a street car. It's not, you want something that handles. If you're looking for comfort, I don't think the Mustang, like a 79 04 Mustang, is really what you're going to get out of that. It's, everything rattles in the car, all the plastic parts. It's famous. 94 to 04, my 97 did it, my 01 does it. I can't speak for Fox Buddy, but I can't imagine it's not any different. you want some comfort, Coney, the adjustable one where you can basically adjust the rebound and all that. For rears, I went with the TMZ upper and lower control arms. You want to use the bushings because it absorbs a little more of the car, the vibration, and if you do like the Heim joints, you're gonna hear it. Been there, done that. So I have the upper TMZ and upper lower control arms, and it has like the pinion angle where you can basically switch out the angle and stuff like that, how a car launches at the track. I don't know, I just kind of went with it. I wanted to do the whole application, but there's nothing wrong with UPR. I would kind of stay away from the like cheaper end stuff like the LMR or maybe the American Muscle, like SR Performance or SVE. You know, if you're just an NA 2-valve or something like that, sure. But, and I had them before, I sold them right away. I didn't like how the stories of the bushings just cracking right away, or even like the welds breaking on the control arms. And for a car that's not putting out much power, I mean, they might have improved over the years. I don't know. But I would stay away from it, and I would buy like at least a decent set, even BBK, you know. I don't know how their suspension parts are, but they make suspension parts, and it's probably could be better than, you know, the household name stuff that each brand has. I mean, not saying that there's anything wrong with the brands, but just the experience and the stories that I've heard and firsthand experience, I would, you know, spend a little money and not have to worry, you know, pay once, cry once. And for the rears, I have coilovers. I had the Viking. I think they were like $700, but they're definitely worth it. The rear setup is really nice. For lowering springs, I've had, if you're going lowering springs, like I said, H&Rs were probably my favorite. The H&R, I think it's the blue one, the H&R Sports. I know a few BMWs that run them, but overall, when I had them in the Mustang, I had different various. Don't cut your springs. I don't think that's the route to go. Just match it up with a good, you know, shock or strut like a Coney or maybe a Bilstein, whatever. But H&R, Eibach, even Skida, depending on how low you want the car to sit, I would definitely shoot for that. Caster camber plates, I would stick totally to Maximum Motorsports. They have the most adjustment. I had the first time I ever bought like suspension parts, I bought the SR Performance ones, and they looked nice, but they were complete garbage. Like, I took it to Firestone of all places, and they couldn't even align it, so I had to basically sell those because they were already used, and I didn't think American Muscle was going to take them back as a return. So I bought the Maximum Motorsports, you know, installed them, had no problem aligning the car. That's the only one I'll run. I'm trying to think what else. So like, just depending on your goals, you don't even have to do a K-member setup. You can always do, I think you can run tubular arms, like front A arms and stuff like that on a stock K-member. But if you're going to do all that, might as well just, because if you like change a starter or something on a 2-valve, it's hard as hell, and if you do a tubular, it's so much quicker and easier. It saves you time. So, but that's just the route, and basically advice for these questions that I wanted to give. Just a quick, you know, little my experience and knowledge. So, you know, just honestly do your research and what you feel comfortable with and spending, but I would also spend a little more on something that is definitely like name brand and that has research, you know, that does run stuff at the track. You know, Steeda does nothing but suspension stuff with Mustangs and stuff like that. So that's definitely a really good one to you know, look at. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little knowledge piece, I guess. I'll try to post content more this week, and we'll go from there, and hopefully we'll have an update what we're looking for with the Mustang, or, you know, transmission or motor. If one comes close, we're gonna go pick it up, and I'll definitely film the interaction, or just going to pick it up, and hopefully it works out. So if you know the first transmission story, that means you're kind of an OG to the channel. So not looking for that to happen with a motor or transmission. But enjoy your day, weekend. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for future content, and I will catch you later. Bye.